Hey guys, welcome back in. Jumping into some more No Man's Sky, but I'm going to begin a permadeath run. So I'm just going to go just a regular layout, nothing special, no bells and whistles. So regular. I'm just going to lock the save so I can't do any funny business, and just confirm and save. All right. No, permadeath really isn't too bad in this. Once you get past the first few hours, it becomes pretty much a normal game. Stuff like your inventory is a lot smaller. Your fuel cost is more. Things are way more expensive. Um, it's you know not too bad. But yeah, the first few hours are where most people end up screwing up. A lot of it's just not being careful, just little things, because you can die a lot quicker. So a lot of times people don't even make it to their ship before dying. So it's not too bad. Just keep your awareness of your surroundings and what's going on. Like, you don't mess around with tornadoes, stuff like that. You go through a lot more, like, hazard protection really ruins you. Just start off here. Luckily I have a small cave there, so that will be good. It's actually a good starting point. I know my ship is going to be, 300 or so units in front of me right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can grab some carbon real quick. New analysis visor. I'm going to see if I can get down into a cave, start making up some batteries. Gonna need some carbon, ferrite dust real quick. Yeah, everything's broken. What I like to do is try to find a cave somewhat quick. That way I can get some cobalt, start making some batteries. Sometimes I just run straight from my ship too, but because I spawned right in front of a cave, I might as well make use of it. Grab as much of these little rocks as I can. Also make sure I do pick up some carbon as well. I will need it. Ooh, nice big piece. Not my favorite planet type to start on. Because your stack size also goes down to, I believe it's 500 on like a normal permadeath. Luckily your hazard protection doesn't really start hurting you all that much until it gets really low. I think they give you a little bit of a buffer here at the beginning to make it not run out quite as fast. But I'm grabbing all this extra ferrite dust mainly for batteries. Because you're going to be using batteries a lot more than you do like sodium. So. But I am keeping an eye out. I see some sodium over there. Alright, get that refilled. Actually, I'll pick up this plant as well, because that will help me. That will help me with hazard protection, so pop some of those. Now I got a ton of protection. Yeah, those little plants are definitely worth picking up when you see them, especially the early stage. Why isn't that melting? much of that I have. Alright, so let's get this thing fixed. And analysis visor. I need a carbon nanotube. Okay, so yeah, I need to get a bunch of carbon. I want to grab the sodium real quick though. I'm so used to scanning things as I shoot them. Keep accidentally hitting the scanner. Yeah, I'm not bothering with dihydrogen right now. I'll just pick it up as I make my way to my ship. Try to get in. I try to get like a stack of each of these before I even get into a cave. Of course, make sure I pick up this stuff. Rusted metal will become your new best friend in this mode, especially at the beginning. I know that I did see a piece of damaged machinery, so I do want to try to get over to that as well. Sorry, coming down the hill, so I think it's in front of me somewhere. Stack up this stuff. Alright, let's head back down. Got a little bit more sodium. See if I can get this without getting hit. Damaged machinery is on the hill. Oh, I can break that. Nice. I didn't think I'd be able to get that one. And I keep all the junk for right now, too, no matter what they give me. I'll just use it to turn into nanites, and if I can pick this up, I will. And it's not going to let me. Alright, and use up some of that sodium. Alright, so let's get that analysis visor installed. Oh, I need a carbon nanotube. Alright, now I can start collecting extra stuff. I try not to scan too much until I get to my ship, mainly because they want you to scan a couple items, and sometimes it can be hard to find a couple items when you're scanning everything you see. So there's only 6 creatures here, so this planet will actually be good for nanites, hopefully, as long as one of them's not like a really difficult to find creature. Continue collecting this stuff. Alright, and what are we at now? Ah, it's giving me a lot of ferrite dust. That's just not adding up. Condensed carbon over here. Somewhere. Little tiny pieces. I'd rather use that than regular carbon, so. You just have to be kind of mindful of taking damage. The hazardous plants can really mess you up bad, so you want to try to, you know, kill them off before they get you, type of deal. Pick up ferrite dust. Judging from the, it looks like caves are actually quite abundant here, so I'm not going to worry about going back to where I spawned in. I'm going to head for my ship. I'm going to use this. Doing this is dangerous on permadeath because your backpack is really not very good, and it doesn't give you a warning of when it runs out, so you don't want to be high in the air when you use one of those. You could at least get a couple of shields on you, and you can't pick that up. Continue collecting. Go straight to my ship now. Trying to grab as much ferrite dust as I can. My plants. My sweet root that will hazard protection, so I'm just gonna use a couple of those right now. Okay. The hazardous plants will break your equipment pretty easily too, so you know, try not to press your luck too much with them. I'm just getting a lot of carbon, but that's actually by design. Because what I do is a lot of times I will make up condensed carbon and not even bother with regular carbon. Maybe because you get a better return on it. Like, oh, some people never see one of those. Yep. Oh, my little rock creature. Yeah, I know people with hundreds of hours in the game, they've never seen one of those. It freaks you out the first time. Right, like, some of these are good because they have, you know, like oxygen, or some of them might actually have carbon in them too. Advanced mining for that. What I'm trying to do is get a whole stack of ferrite dust. Oh, there's going to be a lot more. Now that my ship's in sight, I can kind of take in the area, see what's around me for resources. Now I might as well just start to grab up that hydrogen as well. I'm going to need some of that. Also going to need some of this for life support gel. You find you use batteries and life support gel a lot more in permadeath, mainly because it's easier to hold on to and you can actually carry more of it, even though you can only carry a certain amount, you know, as opposed to just raw resources, you can actually carry more. So. Yeah, a lot of people die before they even get to their ship. You know, the first couple times they try anyway. Whenever I see somebody who's kind of newer to the game try it for the first time. Pretty rough. So boom, charge. Actually, I'm not going to charge it that way. I'm going to charge with this. Sweet root, just use that. See, this is where experience comes into play. Just stupid little survival tricks like this over the years that you pick up. Yeah, you just go pick this up because I'll use it. These plants are always kind of a pain to pick. There we go. I like the big puffy ones because you can get a lot of oxygen out of those. These ones are kind of crappy. Oh, I just not want to break. I want to make sure I get enough of this for at least a dihydrogen jelly. Chances are there's probably going to be a dihydrogen jelly next to the ship anyway in one of those containers, but I always like to make sure I have enough just in case there isn't. So I should be pretty close to full now. Yeah. Got some extra oxygen. Make sure I have at least 50 dihydrogen. I'm good there. So, move my way over to my ship. Alright, oh, thought I had a cave right there. Let's go and interact with this. Alright, and fill up my life support. Loot all this stuff. And I should have some oxygen around here. There it is. A couple more, so I'll run over and grab those. And use this up. Oh, got a big patch of it up here. The thing you have to worry about on Permadeath is your stack size is so small that you don't want to pick up too much stuff sometimes. It just becomes a hindrance. Go on, pick that up. Go. Okay. I think there'd be a cave over here. Sodium. I'll be able to find a cave easy enough once I get my ship going. A lot of times I have a bunch of batteries before I even make it back to my ship. So grab some extra carbon. I'm going to be using a refiner as well. Alright. I've gotten better at dealing with those being supply traps. I used to get hit by them all the time. I had like a 10% success rate. So. Yeah, I'm only using up a little bit of stuff when I do my hazard protection because I know I'm going to jump in my ship in a few minutes and get all that protection back. So. But I do see some more dihydrogen, so grab some of that. Just realized that I never opened this up. I live in slime, that's always a plus. Okay. Let's jump in here. Start fixing this thing up. Alright, so one of these, one of those. Oh, and yeah, just get that put in. Need to make some pure ferrite. I should have made an extra one of these. Need to put fuel on it. I'll just go regular carbon, I guess. On the front end, just run over here and grab some more materials. Doesn't take very long to get that pure ferrite. Alright, it's already done. Leave that there for now. Actually, well, I wanted to put some of that junk in my refiner. That way I can bring it up. Agreed. What do I have? Yeah, let's stick that in there for now. See, your stacks are only like 250 for your refiner, so it makes refining stuff a real pain. Okay. Okay. I should have gone to pick up that map. Grab that. Alright, now that I'm safely on my ship, well, I do want to move around a few things. I know that my supercharged slots are going to be number 5, 9, and 3. So I just kind of move my stuff around to accommodate the supercharged slots. See, I don't have to refill anything, although I am picky about my inventory, so get it the way I like it. Typically, anything that's life support, I put up here, and then building materials. Go a line down. I'll keep that pure ferrite for right now. Actually, I think this is done. Oh, it's out of fuel. I'll use some of that condensed carbon in there. Drag that over. Alright, let's run over here and grab my map. Alright, I'll use that in a little bit. I'm just gonna give that some time to run off while I collect more stuff. Now I should be scanning this stuff, but sometimes you end up with sometimes these will give you other stuff you don't need, like Bestium or, you know, like Radon or something else. So I'm avoiding scanning this for right now. I'll be doing a bunch of scanning coming up anyway, so. Alright, so try to get back some of that condensed carbon I just used up. That done. Still going? Really? Alright. And move some of this stuff around. Alright, refiner's done. Going. I want to see if there are any of those plants. We got some weed over there. Cargo drop. Alright. Gonna run over and grab that wheat. And boy, move this down. So I got a little bit of sodium I can grab too. Yeah, because you end up running into a storm, so I want to be able to recharge if I need to. Alright. Grab some of that. Trying to keep my beam kind of in the red too. Alright, let's use some of that. Our way back to my ship. Yeah, I'm trying not to waste up all that wheat, like wheat and sodium right away. Right. Hop in here, take stock of what I've got. Move a couple things around. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a lot more condensed carbon. So a little bit of time. There's nothing really all that close to me. And I want to run all the way up to the top of the hill because I'm going to end up using more oxygen than what I get up there. Yeah, and if you walk, you use a lot less oxygen too. I'm in the habit of running everywhere, so. There's a hazardous plant over there, so I'll go get oxygen out of that. on that hazard. When I get down to like 10% or lower, make my way back. And I'll start taking damage. Typically they give you a few seconds before stuff breaks. So, see if I can make it back to my ship before it breaks. Alright, just let it charge up. Alright. I'm looking a little bit better with carbon now. That thing's out of fuel. I'll send some more carbon. I'll use up the rest of that. Alright, now I have no idea what direction that building's gonna be in. But one way you can kind of cheat it, go into photo mode, scan around, see if you see a shelter anywhere. Alright, I do see a damaged machinery behind me that I might run over and grab. There's another one over there. Just to kind of get a bearing on your surroundings. I'm also looking for any caves that I might be able to use. I don't see a shelter anywhere. They probably have it tucked into a little valley. I'm gonna see if I can grab that damaged machinery. It's probably gonna be where that buried tech is. See if I can get over there before I have to recharge. What I'm looking for out of these is mainly any upgrade modules. Yep. See, sometimes, for some reason, the Berry technology seems to show up instead of the damaged machinery when you use your scanner. You got more goop. I was hoping for living slime. Actually, what I was really hoping for were movement module, but oh well. Use up some sodium, I guess. I need to stop jumping around like that too. Gonna end up breaking stuff. Just gonna shoot that. I got a good amount of oxygen, so I can see that other damaged machinery, so go grab that. Alright, now they want me to start scanning stuff, so do that. I try to just kind of keep moving and picking up stuff at the same time. Okay. Say, I can't see my ship. There it is. Try to scan a bunch of stuff now. Oh, some sodium. Don't want to run past that. See, it's worth picking up the pods instead of just destroying the plant. You get like twice as much oxygen. So. But at the same time, I don't want to have like 3 stacks of oxygen, so. Alright, let's use up some of that wheat. Get back over to my ship. Yeah, whenever I jetpack, I try to stay somewhat close to the ground when I do this. Less of a chance of taking fall damage or breaking equipment. This thing must be out of fuel. Oh, no? Oh, it is out of fuel, but... Let's, get that going. Alright, so... jump in here real quick. Take a look at the stuff. Really nothing to stick in my ship for now. Alright, let's get that refilled though. Like life support stuff, I'd like to have at least a stack of, and then the building material, I actually like to have like 2 stacks of each, just so I don't have to go out of my way to, you know, go get more carbon or go get more barite dust. Alright, I think I'm just waiting for my life support. Okay, so that's all the way up. I'm going to go ahead and pop this map. And head over to our marker, wherever that might be. 1,000 units. That's a bit of a haul. In a few minutes I'll get a storm. I'll have to survive that. I'm used to it being like 400 units, not nearly 1,000. It's more than that because it's all uphill. Alright. Continue with my scanner, and if I see anything, pick it up. Yep, there you go. Fun. Pick it up. There we go. Perfect timing. Oh, it's radiation, not toxic. It'll help though. This is why it's kind of important to get some resources together before you pop that map. Continue until I'm pretty much out, and refill this. Yeah, a lot of people, they die either getting to their ship or getting to this point. Especially if they can't find a cave to hide in. Luckily, you got plenty of time here. pick this up. Yeah, they used to put that seal in a one of the nanite machines. I don't know when they moved it to the outside. Alright, grab some nanites out of that. Oh, they're gonna give me another seal by the looks of it. I was gonna say, this happened on another save and it confused me. I thought maybe I just ended up with an extra seal somehow. Alright, take a quick look around. Fungal clusters, jade beads. I'm looking to see if there's any damaged machinery. There's a building over here. Might actually head over towards that just to see what it is. Probably see it from up on this hill. Okay, we have a minor settlement over here. That's good. So we got a bunch of oxygen here too. Let me grab up all of this. Because even though I'm going to end up with a bunch of extra, I'll be able to use it to make carbon if I want to. What I'm hoping is, to see a cave here. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. That's alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a custom waypoint, make my way back to my ship. Actually, let me look at my visor real quick. Negative 15.26. I'm actually just going to take a quick picture of that, just in case I lose the coordinates. That way I can find my way back to it. It'll probably pop up right when I scan from my ship anyway. As long as I don't fly too far away. Grab this rusted metal. Alright, get back over to my ship. What I'll do is when I leave there, I'll just fly right over, actually. There's nothing for me to pick up over here now. I'm so used to having my terrain manipulator. I'm looking around to, I keep thinking I have to dig up fairy technology. Run over here and grab this damaged machinery. Ooh, there's a big patch of sodium too. There we go. It was like the best thing you can find on Permadeath. Sodium and oxygen, these big patches. A little bit more over here. Alright. flying. I should see if I have any animals. There aren't very many here to scan. I think there's what, 4. Quick peek here. We got flying, and of course we have an underground creature. That's always fun. Pick up some very dust. Take a quick look. Okay, so we do have a good amount of carbon. Yeah, even though I picked up all of that sodium earlier, I only have a half a stack of it. That's one of the big differences between normal mode and Permadeath. Your resources is like a quarter of what it normally is in normal mode. Look at that. I'm not sure if I put this damaged machinery or not. Looks like I did. Yep. I forgot my ship was that far away. I thought I was only like 500 units away. That's more rusted metal. Yeah, I do the rusted metal thing a lot in Permadeath. It's just easier than going and getting ferrite dust all the time. A little cautious doing this. What's my dihydrogen look like? 277. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is avoid having multiple stacks of the same thing. Especially when it's stuff like dihydrogen where you don't need all that much of it. I mean, when you need it though. So. Okay. And anything else really pressing? Grab some more carbon. Okay, we do have a bird. There we go. Just having to see that bird shadow and remember that there's a flying creature here. Okay. I wish I could pick. Oh, I can. Technology module. There we go. That'll give me something that I can sell for some quick money. Alright, got more of that. And actually, I'm just going to take this right with me. I'm going to end up using that minor settlement, like a little makeshift base. So, get that fixed up. Alright. I'm just going to go straight over to that base. One thing you can try to do is shoot the ground. This planet's really not that good for it, but you can get a lot of resources this way too. When you get a better ship setup too, you'll get a lot more stuff. Just having the photon cannons really not all that great. You just want to try not to overheat. And it actually is a kind of a good way to get animals too. If you can shoot animals from here, you can get some of the meat off them. Because a lot of times the meat sells for like 1,400 or 1,000 credits, something like that. So we do have another damaged machinery over here. What I'm looking for though is a cave, and I don't see one yet. I was hoping to find one kind of close to that minor settlement. But I'll jump in here and get settled for a bit. Kind of rip up everything I can in this area. Alright, just want to make sure I get my navigation beacon. Sadly, it doesn't look like they have any outhouses, any outbuildings here, so I missed out on some resources there. Try to make use of everything that's free laying around. And make my way in. Grab all the free stuff I can get. Give my word. And oh yeah, there's no nanite machine here either. That kinda sucks. What do we have for a multi-tool though? An A-class. Wow. And it's actually fairly cheap. Okay. I might end up taking that. Alright. Yeah, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm going to probably refine all this stuff down into nanites and yeah, get this stuff going. This stuff refining. And I will catch up with you guys when it's done. Okay guys, just checking in real quick. It's been about 20 minutes, something like that. What I've been doing is taking the goop, converting it into the other one, and then living slime, and then runaway mold. And in between cycles, as it's doing this, because it takes like 6 minutes a cycle, so I've just been running around. I picked up a couple damaged machineries and cleared out a bunch of the plants around here. So that's pretty much all I've been doing. It's just, I don't know how big of a chunk I can take out when I edit this. So, because YouTube has some limits on stuff like this, so I wanted to just chime in quickly and, you know, have this here just in case I can only take out like 15 minutes or something. I didn't want to have like a huge gap in the video, so. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, just coming out here until my radiation stuff gets too low, and I run back in, refill the refiner, and send that stuff on its way. Yeah, I'd rather get this out of the way now, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a bunch of nanites together so that I can hopefully pick up a couple mods when I get to the space station. So I'm just going to just continue doing this, and I will check back in a probably about another 15-20 minutes. I think that should be done. So I will see you guys then. Alright guys, just wrapping up the rest of this refining. Took way longer than I expected, because I only got one refiner going too. See, one of the problems is you can only put 250 in at a time, so it takes forever. And I made up a life support gel and also a couple launch fuels. I don't think I'm gonna bother taking this multi-tool because there's only one supercharge slot that I can see, and I'm not even sure if the other ones are going to appear in here. And this module isn't all that great anyway, so if there were like two different things in there, you know, one for fauna, one for flora or minerals, I'd probably take it. But and yeah, I moved, you know, my rusted metal over here because I like to keep some of that. Just a quick way to get a bunch of ferrite dust. I don't know if there's anything else in here I want to do right now. I have a good amount of carbon on me. Oh, actually, let's. I have a bunch of sodium. I'd like to combine my sodium, so I'll get that going. Just stick my head back out here, see if I can grab a little more like carbon. Yeah, I thought about putting down a second refiner to do that, but I don't want to be racing through all my carbon. I'm actually going through it pretty quick already. So. Yeah, one thing I try to do is whenever I am doing a bunch of refining, I like to kind of run around the area and just grab whatever other resources I can grab. Mainly carbon right now. When I find a cave, I'm gonna need a lot of ferrite dust though. So that's actually one of the reasons I held on to all that rusted metal. I would like to make up a stack of batteries if I can. So it'd be better. I don't think this planet has cobalt on it. Oh, it does have cobalt. Alright. So that I don't actually need a cave for then. Let's get back down here. Yeah, I kind of lucked out finding this little minor settlement right away. Alright, so this is done. I have a little bit extra sodium in here now. I didn't realize one of those rocks gives me sodium, so let's get that done. And I should have a smaller stack. I have condensed carbon, We'll make some condensed carbon out of that. So I like to use this in my refiners and my multi-tool. You get a better, you know, boost to it. And you can also hold more, like, you know, if I take these, you know, a condensed carbon, if I break down, it gives me, you know, 1,000 carbon. I like to, the same thing with the sodium, that's why I like doing that. Also, it frees up a slot in my backpack. But I've got a couple things to sell off. I'm going to sell off the salvage data, and also I'm going to sell off this sweet root because I have enough sodium right now that I don't have to really worry about it, but you get a pretty good amount of money for that, so I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell that extra seal too. The jellies I'm going to hold on to because you never know when you're going to need those. And you can also break those down later on too into regular dihydrogen. So I'm going to take the rest of that short stack of carbon. Hopefully I have enough fuel to burn that off. Actually, I thought I had more fairy dust than that too. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to, you know, go up into space and do the little tutorial thing, and probably come back down to this planet, because I do have one more animal I want to find. It's an underground, which is always going to be fun, and it's rare, so I want to see if I can find some caves around here, find him. That way I can get the 1500 nanites. That way, when I get to the space station, I can hopefully pick up a couple different, decent modules. Alright, so that thing's done. Alright. I've managed to free up a little bit of room. Let me just drop this down. This extra oxygen I'll use later on, either as life support or I can make it into carbon. So, alright. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pass on that thing. Just make sure I have everything here. Get those. Check with this guy. I should have an advanced mining laser, but I'm gonna wait to see what's in the space station before I buy anything. Because I can always find another miner settlement to buy some of these from, so... Alright. See if there's any buildings that pop up quickly before I leave. Yeah, I'm holding off on landing at these little shacks right now because I want to wait until I have my terrain manipulator. That way I'm not, going past any salvage data. I'm just checking to see if maybe there's like a crash ship somewhere or another minor settlement real quick. It's not looking good here, so I'm gonna run up and test out my ship. Alright. Is this gonna catch up or what? Alright. Boost and now the space station isn't visible right now, but if you look at the little compass thing, that diamond is actually the space station, so you can find it without advancing the quest. It's always a pain to find, but you can find it. You just want to kind of take my message first. And actually, I think I see the space station, actually. Alright. I'm pretty sure the station right there. But it's kind of hard to actually get to it. Just boost over that way a little bit, though. I'm actually also looking for some asteroids to shoot. I do want to try to get some tritium. I'll probably get something else instead, though. Yeah, silver. Alright, I'm gonna just go down here. That way I can get my terrain manipulator unlocked. Alright, got a fungal mold planet. I'm looking for some asteroids as well. Typically, I should be in this screen here because it can crash the stream. But I'm also trying to look for asteroids, so it's one of those things where I'm trying to do two different things at the same time. I don't see any asteroids out here. I just saw a looks like just a couple of stragglers. Okay, I do have salt on this planet, which actually is very useful as well, so I might try to get a little bit of salt. Alright, that's going to be the approximate location. See where they're trying to send me. What I'm doing is I'm looking in the bottom left-hand corner. It tells me how far away the target is. Problem is you have to keep bringing it up. Okay, so that's the wrong way. I think I'm just looking for a damaged machinery. Okay, 400's going down. Now it's going back up. Alright, there we go. Yeah, when I get to around 200 units away from the target, normally go into photo mode and just kind of scan around, see if I see it. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm flying in a straight line, but my target location is going up. It's up to 400 units now. Let's do a quick scan. Let's, how far is that building? Oh, that's actually pretty far away. It's going to be way away from my target. Oh. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll definitely take this. Yeah, I try to look for places that I can land for free. I don't mind running over to the location on foot. Even though it's 1,300 units away. You know what, I'm gonna put a marker here, like I did before. That way I can get back over here. You guys have to remember not to accidentally pick it up. Yeah, trading post is a huge score early in the game. We're getting close to our target now. So I'm gonna actually go into photo mode. That's probably it right there. Gonna do. No, it's not that one. This one down here. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. Go. That's one way you can get around having to run all over the place. It's annoying as heck though sometimes, especially if there's like bad weather going on. Alright, so we got base computer, terrain manipulator. Alright, so I think I'm gonna need copper for that terrain manipulator, aren't I? Nope, just carbon nanotubes. Good. That way I can dig up that salvage data that's over here. Oh, I need another nanotube. Alright. Make sure to hit this. Yeah, we'll grab these JPs too. My life support's starting to get a little low. Pop a bunch of those. And actually, what do we have for animals here? We got 7. Okay, none of them look too bad. Let's see if I can get some of those. Wanna dig up. Yeah, salvage data will always be on the left-hand side of this little screen. You know, in case you're trying to do this no HUD on, it'll always be the left-hand side of your screen. So I grab that. See if I can get some of these animals. They're all kind of far away. Scan as much stuff as I can. Right, got a bunch of berry technology around here too. Scan the wrong thing. I do have sentinels that are scanning me too, so keep that in mind so I don't just start shooting everything. Those containers. Alright, I think I'm gonna run around, grab some berry tech. And is this actually a cave? It is. Take a quick little run. I'm not gonna go very far into this because I don't have a beacon to put down here. So I left it at that trading post. Grab some of those. Alright, get a little bit of cobalt here. I can make up a few batteries. Keep in mind that there's sentinels flying around though, so they may come down and bother me. This isn't very much cobalt, but make up a few batteries anyway. I'll probably go back to that planet I started on anyway, and just mine it out of the ground. Get a lot more cobalt that way. Alright, let's see how many of these I can add up. There we go. So it doesn't... Alright, at least I can stack 200. I thought I could only stack 100. Alright, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Can't jump. So we got 2 flyers and 1 more ground creature. Saw that ship and thought it was one of my flying creatures. The ground creature is rare here. Oh, I just saw a marker for it. That lovely guy. Oh, he's a predator. That's even better. I'm still looking for 2 more flying creatures. He's not a predator, is he? Oh. Yeah, I find it's easier to look for the salvage data because a lot of times, for some reason, the salvage data is showing up, and the damaged machinery, you have to be closer to the marker to show up. So I always look for salvage data first, and then go over for the damaged machinery. Alright, fluids I'm gonna keep for now. Eventually I'll stop collecting so much of that, but for the time being, I'm gonna take what I can get. They really want me to build a base. I'm not gonna build a base here though. Try to scan up as much of this stuff as I can. I thought there were more salvage data here. Alright, do have another broken machinery over there though. Alright, moving slime. Dig a little hole here. I want to try to get some of this silicate powder as well. So, go over to flat mode, you can get a lot more silicate powder that way. I like to try to keep enough in there to recharge it. Have it always recharged. Alright. Doesn't take long for stuff to fill up. Oh, I wanted to see how many of these I can stack. Okay, I can still do 30, so... Because when you go to harsh size limits, I think you can only stack like 6. Either 6 or 10 salvage datas. It's a colossal pain. Let's get that charged up. Ammonia. Alright, so I think I'm gonna head over to that trading post, unload a couple things, and head back to that first planet, or actually see what the other planets in the system are. Okay, there's one flyer. We're looking for one more flyer. There's nothing special about it, I don't think. Nope, common during the day. It might spawn when I get over to that trading post. Should have found, okay, there's my marker. I think I see a traveler. Oh no, it's a Viking. Alright, check to see if there's any free stuff laying around. Sometimes there's stuff on those lower platforms. Like there's any free stuff here. Wow. Not having good luck with NPC buildings. Alright. So I'm gonna sell off those vortex cubes. Actually, before that, let's just toss this thing down. Buying off a couple things. It should not be as long as that last batch. I let that stuff get a little too out of control. We're going to sell off vortex cubes and that, actually that little bit of platinum, I don't need that. Salvage data that can go. A little bit of cobalt. And I don't need that silver right now. And I'm still, okay, that's full, so I'll sell off that silicate powder too. Even though it doesn't give you much, but it's not so much the money, it's freeing up the space more than anything. Try to check out the ships too, see what type of ships we've got here. Why did that make all my text tiny? There we go. Oh, we got an A-class fighter. 13 million. Try to finish this up. Yeah, it takes this stuff so long sometimes. I'm looking for is... Oh, I still have another bird to find. I'll just wait for this to finish. See if I can spot a bird. Nothing. Let's see what those salvage containers are. I think those are the ones that have sentinels at though. Is that going? Alright, so that'd be 4 minutes. That'll give me a little bit of time to kind of run around a little. Set that going. Do some copper over there. I want to find that bird. I was hoping there'd be more stuff around here. We got some jade peas, I can go grab those. Yeah, I was hoping there'd be more salvage data and stuff over here. And I'm just looking for stuff that I can sell quickly. Let's see what that salvage container is. I want to find that last creature before I leave here. Because I don't see myself building a base here. Seems like a huge head. Oh, is that my bird? There we go. Good, let's get those guys uploaded. Typically, I would wait until I'm inside before I do something like this in Permadeath, but I think I'm all set. Yeah, normally I wait till I have a couple shields before I even open my menu. Especially on like a extreme permadeath type thing. You don't really want to mess around. Or, you know, have an animal, you know, kick you into a ditch or something. Take a look at this. I'm not sure what it's actually going to be. If it's one of those ones that's like guarded, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. No. Not right now. Not until I have some shields, movement modules, and life support. Looks like it might be a damaged machinery up here. Alright, I'll take that. A lot of times you can pick this stuff right up. Sometimes it is buried a little. Any more that's close? Grab that jettison pod. There we go. Those can have microprocessors, which is exactly what I was looking for. Alright, life support's down again, so have some more jade keys. See, sometimes I wish they would add like a hunger system to this game. I think it would make it too hard for a lot of people. It'd be like a nice optional thing. Sometimes like you know, like a food system can be a lot for people, so I figure it's like an advanced option or something, be something nice that we could have. Alright. Hopefully that's done. Get back up top. And I don't risk it on Permadeath. I always use the ladders until, you know, until I actually have a couple shields installed. Because your jetpack is horrible. You might survive the fall, but you'll probably end up breaking something, and that's just a real inconvenience when that happens. Just toss a little bit of dense carbon in there and set that going. Okay, the Gek relic I'm just gonna get rid of. A couple more salvage data. Okay, put that in my ship. Oh, my ship's too far away. So I got it. Oh yeah, I can stack 1,000 in my ship. Oh, good. I thought I was gonna have a small stack left over. Let me just refill this. And I can fill up that powder too. And I always end up with like a extra little bit of runaway mold for some reason. So I'll end up selling that off. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can break down while I'm in here. Doesn't look like it. So just sell that off. Alright. Make sure I don't leave my refiner behind. Move this over. Move that into my ship too. I don't know if I can see the space station or not. Doesn't look like it. I want to go back to that planet I was just on, though. Is that one, isn't it? Yeah, I'm still missing that creature, so go mark that planet. It was kind of far away. What else do we have, though? Let's just push over here a little bit. Okay, we got a lush. And we have asteroids, so we'll grab this one first. Oh, I don't like being low on fuel for my ship. Break up some of these real quick. I don't think I can see the space station until I build a base. Yeah, these aren't even taking damage. This is a bug that's been in the game forever. Head for that marked planet. No idea why they're trying to attack me. Just go and ignore them. Yeah, you can outrun them. There we go. Head down to that temperate planet, because I'm gonna have to be logging off here shortly, so I want to try to land at a building somewhere. Maybe set up a temporary little base. And it's like a really hilly planet too. Doesn't look too bad though. Oh, and we have a building, so that's a plus. Let's see if I can find some carbon, set up a base real quick, and get to the space station. Some swine. Having trouble interacting with these now. I swear it's like every time they do an update, it breaks more stuff in it. If there's anything in here. A big bird. Thought it was down towards the ground. Yeah. Run in here. Got some nanites. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's gonna be 720. Alright, got a distress beacon. That's always good. Hopefully there's a ship over there. Alright. While I'm in here, I'm just going to take a quick scan around. I'm looking for copper. There's a building. titanium, silver, got some copper, so head over for that. And I do have buried tech out here, but that may be, yeah, I already picked that up. Alright, we got some birds. Oh, we got 12 animals on this planet, so that's a good amount of nanites. Now, I do have enforce and sentinels here, so I don't want to go and farm too much stuff. Yeah, I'll get them all angry at me. Go and grab this copper, some more animals. See, a lot of times I don't like to scan the animals like right away on a lot of places because your scanner bonuses are like non-existent, so you're only getting like 200 units when you scan them. You get some bunch of copper right now. I'm gonna need a bunch of this for my hyperdrive too, so I want to try to get, try to get a stack of it. This is a good sized deposit, so yeah, almost halfway there now. I think I need 250 for my hyperdrive, and then what is it, 50 I think for a base computer. So as long as I can get 300, I'll be happy. I'd like to have extra though. A lot of times I'd like to just throw down temporary base computers for markers, so I'd like to carry extra. I'm gonna get some silica powder at the same time. I think I'll get back out to my ship now and just drop down a base computer over there, because that room could actually be pretty useful. There's not a lot of stuff in there that's cluttering up floor room. A lot of times I like to try to use a minor settlement though. I don't know. Oh, we got predators here. Watch out for him. I scanned him too. Didn't even notice it. Alright. So, there's that bird. Yeah, I think the plants are more dangerous than the predators, it seems like, but predators will mess you up pretty bad. Especially if you start jumping around and taking fall damage. And then they come along and swipe you. They end up breaking your equipment. I'm gonna see if I can find a minor settlement real quick. I'd rather use minor settlement. Oh, I get that crash ship too. Take a run up here real quick and get over there, see what it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in low here. I'm going to go into camera mode just to point something out. Alright. So I know this is actually a crashed ship. Um, so I will land here and claim it. But what you want to do is when you look at these, sometimes there'll be an NPC here. You won't notice them right away, but what you actually want to look for is the comm ball. If there's an NPC here, there won't be a comm ball. So, just so you don't waste your, launch fuel and all that stuff, you can just kind of bypass it and come back to it later. But I'm going to stop here and pick this thing up. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft what I need in my other ship. I want one of those. I probably should have kept that other hermetic seal that I just sold. And metal plating. Oh, I didn't. I'm gonna need pure ferrite, not the carbon nanotube. Actually, let's just keep that in here for now because I will need that. So need to make 45 pure ferrite. Oh, and I might as well make up a bunch of chromatic metal too. I almost got a full stack of that. A little bit more fuel. Alright, yeah, let's just go and claim this. I'll do the comm ball after. Alright, we got a really crappy C class. Too bad it's a good looking ship. So, compare and claim. Go and fix this stuff in it. Alright, head back over here. I don't want to accidentally leave this thing behind. Pull out that. Actually add more fuel to that. What I'm trying to do is kind of get all this copper burnt off. Oh, there's more there than I thought. I'll just give that a minute. Let's see here. Open that up. A little bit of gold. That's probably what they were chasing me for, was that 8 gold. Let's just stick this down here. So I do have to get more ferrite dust. Okay, looks like I got some in there. Get that filled up. Oh, I ate right through that silica powder. Let's see what this is looking like. Oops. Yeah, I like to try to burn it all off. Okay, so 235 would set that burning. Come back in here. Alright, let that thing run off. And actually, I do have some living slime. No. Mess around with that. There, it's done. Alright, let's pick that thing up. And I don't think I'm gonna build here because there are a couple predators. So let's go over to the first planet I was on. Yeah, I've already got it marked. Oh, it looks like nobody discovered the system either, so that's always good. So I can actually rename things the way I want. head over to that marked planet. See if I can find a minor settlement to land at. Or pretty much any building will work. Just minor settlements are nice because you have a trade terminal at your disposal. Not really necessary. I like to build at an NPC building mainly because it's free shelter and I have room. You know, I can put down refiners and stuff. So an archive is actually probably like the best thing though, because you have that whole top floor you can use. I never seem to be able to find those things when I'm looking for them. All right. Oh, we have the crater, fresh crater right here. You know what? Might as well go loot it. There's going to be stuff here I can sell. I just want to make sure exosuit should be fine for now. Actually, let me just check my inventory, make sure I have a few slots in here. Okay. There's going to be a bunch of like gunk and stuff in here that I can get to. I always open the doors first, that way I can make a quick exit. Alright, so I got kind of a crappy one. I was hoping these would be living slime, not this other crap, but right now everything helps, so pop that, then we can head right out. Don't take any radiation damage or anything. So, do the same thing. Alright, I'll definitely use that. This is the problem one. This one, I always try to make sure I leave myself enough room to get out. It's really easy to get turned around. This one I try to just access it from the back if I can, like right in here. That way I can just turn around and take right off. A lot of times I take damage from this one though. Alright, antimatter housing, that will be useful. Especially if I end up finding a drop pod early on before I have the blueprint for antimatter housing. Got one here. Try to do the same thing with this one. Leave myself enough room to interact with it, that way I can just turn around and take off. Alright. I was hoping maybe I would get something really valuable out of here. Doesn't seem so far. Although I do appreciate the launch fuel. And one more down here. Yeah, luckily they put all these in the same locations. Might deviate a little bit, but it saves you from having to run all over the place trying to find them. Alright, some credits. Alright, so I've got a few things out of it. I don't even bother with the ball. So that just adds a thing to your log anyway. Alright, so those will be useful. This other stuff is just junk. Alright, so I'm gonna try to continue north. Your buildings tend to be on north-south ley lines. Try to do that. That's just a shelter. I'm just gonna ignore that. That's a depot that I don't want. I don't even think you can break those depots with your mining laser anyway. You might be able to. I've never successfully tried. That's just a regular beacon. Try to continue north. I gotta jump off here in like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to get a little base established. That's just gonna be a beacon. Yeah, if you find one of the waypoints instead of the small beacons, it'll send you to a minor settlement. So I'm looking for either one of those right now. Because I don't like saving. What is this? Alright, this might work. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of saving in permadeath, just like out in the wild. I like to make sure I have a shelter. That can be difficult if you're doing like a challenge run where you know, like a no starter ship challenge or something like that, where you most likely will have to save out in the wild. I'm not a fan of that. Alright, like, why am I interacting with something that's way up there instead of the item itself? Alright, get some neonites. I always check both of them because there may be these little discs to pick up. Shield restore, first aid. Alright. I don't even know if those first aid stations do anything. Go run in here. Check around, there's nothing here. I was hoping maybe there'd be, these are going to be Atlas doors, right? But I think I will just toss down a computer for now. The ground's nice and flat out here, so that's alright. It'll give me a little bit of room. I can put down multiple refiners in here, and I think this will work alright. Go and launch this. I still have one more animal to find here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it tonight. Alright. We'll throw up a little shelter out here. Oh, maybe closer to the door for it to open. There we go. quickly. Let me put this thing down. See if I can use that to bridge it up a little bit more. Yeah. There, that way I'm not taking any damage or anything in here either. Oh, I need pure ferrite for a door, that's right. Alright. That will work alright. I shouldn't run into any issues. How much? Oh, I only need 10. Let's just toss one of these out here, make getting in and out easier. You know, because I screwed up, I shouldn't have put my base computer there. I have a feeling every time I teleport here, I'm gonna end up with my ship stuck in the building. I should have put it outside. That's alright. Alright, toss on my construction unit. Gonna need magnetized ferrite for that, so let's stick this here for now. So I'm gonna need 40 ferrite dust for that. I'll just leave my refiner here for a bit. I think when I go into space, I should be able to see the space station now. Oh, I need magnetized. Knew something fell off there. Get that thing put down. Okay, at least I do have a couple salvage data. I'll just unlock that for now. Go through this whole little tutorial thing. Name it home for now. Capture a picture. Upload. I'm gonna see if I have to actually build that or not. I just want to see if I can get the space station. So I'm gonna just do a quick restore point. Take a run up, see if I can see the space station. Okay, I see it. So I'm just going to take a run over there. Actually, I'm just going to go into this screen. I don't want to chance this thing screwing up the stream, so gotta see if I can buy some tritium while I'm here, or pyrite would be better. I should be able to get a good amount of money because I do have a ship to sell as well. It's only a C class, but I should be able to get like $1 million or so out of it. We'll know when we get there. Space station's far away. Here we go. We'll get our cool little music when we fly in here for the first time. Yeah. The only time you get to hear the music. Alright. Very first thing. Backpack slot. Now I always unlock the same 3 no matter what save I do. First row, slot number 5, I always unlock as soon as possible. Because it's your supercharge slot, so that's going to be a supercharge. Number 9 in the second row is going to be a supercharge, and number 3 in the third row will be a supercharge. So I always unlock those as soon as possible. Let's see what he has. Oh no. I just screwed that up. Go to options. Reload restore point. You don't want to talk to vendors at all right away. Because they actually like soft lock you out. Just that one station though. Do a quick reload, that'll hopefully fix that. You're fine to talk to the other NPCs that are around, just not the vendors. That's something that I kind of wish they would have fixed, you know, a long time ago, because especially new players, they always, you know, that question always comes up on Reddit and stuff. Alright. So that's done. I just wanted to see what he had for mods, but I can't do that yet. Alright, let's bring in that junk ship. Alright, and there's nothing to break down out of it. Actually, what is the shield? Alright, 1% shield, yeah. Gonna make a lot of money off that. Alright, should be able to get a million out of this though. But more importantly, I'm getting some free modules. So what I do is sell that stuff that drops for me. Okay, so I'm up to 2 million now. Flash shuttle, a fighter. Before I forget, I want to talk to these guys, see if I can buy some tritium. He's got no tritium. He's got none. Maybe he's got some. I didn't even see if there was any in the trade station. Trade terminal. Oh, maybe they don't. They definitely do sell it. Just, it might be too early for me to buy it. Yeah, I bet you can't buy it right away. See if there's any in here. Nope, can't buy it. Alright. What I want to do is I want to talk to 3 different NPCs and ask about 16. Either 3 or 4. It'll update eventually. Yeah, that's about 16. You just don't want to do it to any of the vendors. Alright. Check that out, see if there's anything else here to loot. I always forget to check this stuff. So I don't want to talk to any vendors yet. I'll just talk to him, learn a word real quick. See what the multi-tools are. Not too bad. Alright, what do I have for fuel in this thing? 70%, I should be able to get back here. Teleport down to there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up with my ship stuck in the building. I shouldn't have put my, my base computer inside like that. Well, maybe I got lucky. I want to take this with me though. I think I'm gonna have to call it a night. Yeah, I'm already like late. Where's my ship though? It is stuck in the building. So, let's see if I can get on tomorrow and continue this a little bit. Yeah, I'm in no big hurry to do this stuff, but I do want to make some progress on it. And I can't build like a save point either. Can I build this thing yet? Yeah, I'm not messing with that. I'm going to just make a save with this as opposed to my ship. I don't want to spawn in a bad spot, so. Alright guys, I appreciate everybody checking this out, and I will see you next time. Take care.